Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here today to learn how to describe your job in English. Talking about your work can feel challenging, especially when you are still building confidence in a new language. Yet being able to share what you do is very important. When you meet someone new, you want to speak clearly so they understand your role. When you apply for a job or practice in an interview, saying your job title and main tasks well can make a strong impression. In this video, we will take gentle steps to help you feel ready and confident. First, we will look at simple building blocks: how to say your job title, how to explain your main tasks, and how to add a little detail about where you work or why you enjoy it. Then, in the next chapter, we will practice these ideas with clear examples. By repeating key phrases and sentences in different ways, you will grasp the patterns more easily. Remember, practicing out loud every day will help you speak more naturally. In this introduction, I want you to notice 3 main points. 1. Always start with your job title. 2. Follow with 1 or 2 main responsibilities. 3. You can add a short reason or result to make your description more interesting. For example, I am a teacher. I help students learn English. I enjoy seeing their progress. Notice how each sentence flows into the next, making a complete thought. Now that you understand why it matters and the basic steps, let's move into the next chapter, where we will explore these key strategies in more detail and practice forming full sentences about your work. In the first chapter, we saw why it matters to introduce your job clearly and the 3 simple steps. State your title, explain your main tasks, and add a brief reason or result. Now let's explore each step in more detail and practice forming complete, natural sentences that flow smoothly. First, start by saying your job title. Your job title is the name of your position. You might say, I am a nurse, I am a software developer, or I work as a receptionist. Notice how each sentence begins with I am or I work as. Using I am feels very direct and confident, and using I work as adds a little formality. Both ways are correct, and you can choose the one you like best. Try repeating these patterns out loud. I am a teacher. I work as a graphic designer. I am a project manager. Saying your title clearly at the start helps your listener understand who you are. Next, follow your title with 1 or 2 sentences about your main tasks. Your main tasks are the most important things you do every day at work. For example, a teacher might say, I help students learn English, or a chef might say, I prepare meals in a busy restaurant. When you describe tasks, use simple verbs such as help, organize, manage, create, or solve. Keep each sentence short and clear. For instance, I organize meetings for my team, or I solve customer problems by phone. Practice combining your title and tasks. I'm a nurse. I care for patients in a hospital. Or I work as an accountant. I manage financial reports for small businesses. By linking title and tasks, you build a strong, easy-to-follow introduction. After stating your title and tasks, add a little extra detail to make your description more interesting. This detail can be a reason why you enjoy your work, a result you achieve, or the environment where you work. You might say, I enjoy seeing my students succeed. I work at a busy cafe because I like fast-paced work, or I create designs that help companies grow. These small additions give your listener more context and show your personality. Try saying, I am a marketing assistant. I design social media posts for our clients. I love seeing when people share and comment on my work. Notice how the 3 sentences connect and flow naturally. Now let's put the 3 steps together into one smooth paragraph. Imagine you're talking to a new friend. You could say, I am a customer service representative. I answer questions and solve problems for customers every day. I work for an online store, and I enjoy helping people find exactly what they need. Feel how each sentence builds on the previous one. When you speak, pause briefly between sentences, then keep your tone warm and calm. This gives your listener time to understand and respond. To help you remember, I will repeat the 3 steps in a different way. First, name your position. I am a dental hygienist. Second, describe your work. I clean teeth and teach patients about oral health. Third, add a personal note. I love making people smile with confidence. Practice saying these phrases in different orders and with different jobs. The pattern stays the same, and your fluency will improve each time you repeat it. Sometimes you may want to link 2 ideas in one sentence. You can use words like and, so, or because. For example, I am an IT support technician and I fix computer issues for my company. Or, I am a fitness coach because I enjoy helping people reach their health goals. Linking ideas can make your speech feel more advanced, yet it remains simple when you use familiar connectors. Practice a few. I work as a translator, and I help people communicate across languages. Or, I am a barista because I love crafting coffee and talking with customers. Before we move to examples in the next chapter, let's review our key strategies clearly with I am or I work as. Follow with 1 or 2 short sentences about your main tasks. Then add a simple detail that shows why you enjoy your work or what result you achieve. Practice these steps with your own job or with jobs you find interesting. Repeat each phrase in different ways until you feel comfortable. In the next chapter, we will see these strategies in action through friendly conversations. You'll hear how 2 people talk about their jobs in formal interviews, casual chats, and job applications. By listening and repeating, you'll build the confidence to describe your work naturally in any situation. Let's go on to those examples now. In the last chapter, we practiced 3 key steps: stating your title, describing your main tasks, and adding a personal detail or result. Now, let's see how these steps work in real-life conversations. I will share 3 short dialogues in different settings: a formal interview, a casual chat with a friend, and a professional networking event. As you listen, notice how each speaker uses our 3-step pattern and keeps the language simple and natural. First, imagine a formal job interview. The interviewer asks, "Can you tell me about your current role?" You might respond, "I am a data analyst. I collect and examine data to help my company make better decisions. I work in the finance department, and I enjoy turning numbers into clear reports that guide our strategy." The interviewer then follows up. "That sounds great. How do you share those reports?" You can say, "I create presentations and share them with managers so they understand the trends quickly." In this dialogue, you clearly state your title, describe your tasks, and add how your work benefits the team. The language remains calm and confident, with short, connected sentences. Next, let's move to a casual conversation with a new friend at a coffee shop. Your friend asks, "What do you do for work?" You could answer, "I'm a graphic designer. I create images and layouts for websites and brochures. I work at a small studio, and I love using color and shape to tell a story." Your friend smiles and says, "That sounds fun. What kind of projects do you enjoy most?" You reply, "I especially enjoy branding projects because I can help new businesses find their style." Notice that even in a relaxed setting, you still follow the same 3 steps and use friendly, clear language. You begin with I'm instead of I am, which feels a bit more informal, but still correct. Finally, let's look at a professional networking event where someone asks, "So what's your background?" You might say, "I work as a project manager. I plan and coordinate tasks for our software team. I make sure deadlines are met and communication flows smoothly. I enjoy seeing a project come together on time." The other person then asks, How many people do you manage? You can answer, I manage a team of 5 developers and 2 designers, and I use simple tools like calendars and checklists to keep everyone aligned. Here, you link 2 ideas in one sentence with and, showing a more advanced connector but still keeping sentences clear and concise. In each example, you see our 3 steps in action. Notice how the speaker always starts with their title, using I am, I'm, or I work as. Then they add 1 or 2 sentences about their main responsibilities, each beginning simply with a verb like create, manage, or collect. Finally, they include a brief detail, a reason, a result, or an environment to make the description more engaging. To help you practice, try role-playing these scenarios out loud. First, choose your job title and say, I am a B, or I work as a B. Next, explain 1 or 2 tasks with simple verbs. I design, I support, I analyze. Finally, add a personal note. I love, I enjoy, or I help. By rehearsing each conversation this way, you will build confidence and fluency. When you repeat these dialogues in your own words, you reinforce the patterns and make them part of your natural speech. Now that we have seen these strategies in 3 different contexts, you are ready to use them in your daily life. In the final chapter, we will summarize all the key points and share simple tips to keep practicing every day. Let's move on to wrap up and encourage your continued progress. In the previous chapter, we saw how to use simple conversations to introduce a job title, describe tasks, and add a personal detail. Now, let's bring everything together and look at easy ways to keep improving. To review, first always begin with your position by saying I am or I work as. Next, explain 1 or 2 main responsibilities using clear verbs like teach, manage, or create. Finally, add a short note about why you enjoy your role or what result you achieve. This 3-step pattern helps your listener follow and remember your words. As you practice, try speaking to yourself in the mirror or recording your voice on your phone. Start by saying, I am a, then add your tasks and a detail. For example, I am a web developer. I build and test websites. I love seeing users interact with my designs. Repeat this full sentence several times and then change one part. Swap in a different job or a new detail. This variation helps you feel comfortable with the structure and use it naturally in real life. You can also practice with a friend or language partner. Ask each other, what do you do? And respond using our pattern. Listen carefully, then repeat and paraphrase what your partner says. By echoing their words, you strengthen your listening and speaking skills at the same time. Finally, set a small daily goal. Spend 2 or 3 minutes each day describing a different job or role. You might choose your own position one day, a friend's role another day, or even a famous person's career. This daily habit will build your confidence and make these patterns second nature. Thank you for joining me today. Keep using the 3 simple steps, title, tasks, detail, in your practice, and you will speak about your job with ease. Practice every day, and soon you'll feel ready to share your work confidently in any conversation.